With inviting a few friends to the chateau for tea.
Oh, Palmer, how nice.
Ladies only, I'm afraid. Sloan is under the weather, poor man.
And I would have called earlier, except the dates. I just kind of slipped up on me.
Well, what time?
At 5 o'clock. Will you be there?
Oh, I wouldn't miss it, Palmer. Thank you very much.
Good, good. Now, don't bother bringing a birthday present for Myra. You know, she just hates fuss. Okay, thank you.
Don't bother bringing a birthday present to Myra.
Myra.
She hates a fuss.
My heart medicine, please.
It's not my birthday, and you know it, you faker. You're hatching a plot.
Your driftwood.
Yeah, be careful with that. It's my most prized possession. Lay it right in there on my matching set of Louis Couture's luggage here.
Guess that's about it, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Ready?
Yeah, why don't you, take this down to the car, and, I'll bring the rest.
You all right?
Sure. I just gotta check around and make sure I haven't left anything. Okay. Won't be long. I've been missing you.
So you're really doing it, huh? Really moving out?
Yep. I'll be in Natalie's.
So?
Well, that's where I'll be.
You mean if we, like, need you?
Call it letting go with love.
Call it bull, Trevor, because that's what it is. You wouldn't come if we needed help, which we won't. Mom and I don't need your help. We were better off without you. We can make it without you again. At least now we don't have to hear your big mouth barking at us all the time. So go ahead, get out. Nobody wants you around here anyway.
Goodbye. I hope things work out for you, Tinkerbell.
I'm a busy man, Chandler.
You're not too busy for this. You're the district attorney. I'm telling you, I have new information.
Haley Vaughn pleaded guilty to aggravated assault.
She's a teenager. She's a confused, mixed-up kid. But she's remorseful. She visited the accident victim, Brooke English, in the hospital. She apologized. Aside from that, she has no previous violation. She's no threat to anyone, don't you see? Hamilton, I want you to go into that courtroom this afternoon and tell the judge that you're dropping the charges.
Have you flipped out or what?
I'm quite rational.
You're serious.
I'm deadly serious. I'm a concerned citizen, Mr. Hamilton, and I abhor a miscarriage of justice, especially when the victim is as young as Miss Vaughn.
A few days ago, you were in here screaming to up the charges, not drop them. You wanted Haley Vaughn behind bars for the rest of her life.
Well, I'm a big enough man to admit when I've made a mistake.
You pegged the kid wrong, huh?
Yes, Brooke English is the one that convinced me. I goofed. And even though it's the 11th hour, I think it's not too late to correct that mistake.
Concerned citizen doing his civic duty.
Exactly.
Yeah. What's the real reason? What's really behind this about-face?
This is the real reason. My distress about Brooke English clouded my vision. I was overzealous. My goal is just to correct the damage I've done.
Maybe you are a big enough man to admit you made a mistake. I'm a lawyer, politician. I deal in facts. And the facts in this case are the defendant committed a felony crime from which the public has a right to expect protection. Her best hope for rehabilitation is incarceration, a long hitch. End of story.
Hamilton, what about a delay, then? A postponement of the hearing until you've done some in-depth research on it?
Waste some more of the taxpayers' money. I've got a re-election campaign coming up in the fall. And I'm tough on crime, remember? If I flip-flop on this case, I'll be laughed out of town. Media will have a field day.
Ted, okay, you can't drop the charges, but can't ask the judge for a lessened sentence, maybe.
Chandler, I did not take this case personally to wimp out. No deal. Discussion over. You started this. You're going to have to live with it.
Oh, holy moly, my dogs are howling. I'll tell you, pushing a cart up and down those halls in these shoes is no picnic.
I told you to wear sensible shoes.
Oh, yeah, I know. Look, can I bum a ride home later? I ought to be done with 4 West by 5 o'clock.
Well, I'm leaving early.
Early? How come?
I guess Palmer didn't invite you. Myra's birthday. He's throwing a surprise tea at the chateau.
Oh.
It's very last minute. Apparently Jasper's under the weather.
Oh, he is?
Now, come on. Please don't be hurt. I know that you and Myra are dear friends, but Palmer probably figured that if he invited you, he'd smash a cucumber sandwich in his face or something, and that wouldn't make for a very nice birthday celebration for Myra, now would it?
Sounds like fun to me.
Eavesdropping again, Myra?
I work here.
You creep around like a finger of fog.
I have a legitimate reason for being in this room.
Very well, I'll leave.
Wait a minute. Wait, hold it. What's this hogwash about it being my birthday? And who are you lying to on the phone?
None of your business.
Wait a minute. What connivance are you up to?
What I do is none of your concern.
But it's my birthday. And you invited somebody to it, and I want to know for what purpose.
I will not be cross-examined.
Wait a minute. When is this grand celebration taking place?
You're not invited.
To my own birthday party? That I don't want people to bring presents to?
Step aside.
Where am I having it, Palmer?
Step aside.
What's your hurry?
Step aside, woman.
What?
Hey, get up.
Oh, wow! Why don't you listen to me? Oh, nobody listens to me. I'm an insane voice in an insane wilderness. Cortland residence.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Myra. Happy birthday to you.
Thanks a lot. Hey, were you just talking to Palmer?
Heck no, I don't speak rodentese. How's Jasper?
Oh, he's a little better today, thank you. Look, Opal, it is not my birthday.
What?
Palmer, for some reason, is telling people that it is.
Oh, he's having a party and he didn't invite me.
Join a club. He didn't invite me either. Which proves that he's up to something, some cockamamie scheme.
Hey, wait a minute. Who told you it was my birthday?
Ruthie?
Ruth Martin?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, look, maybe I'm paranoid, Myra, but this cockamamie scheme of his, you don't suppose it's got anything to do with yours truly, do you?
Well, I don't know, but anything he does wouldn't surprise me.
How about if I dig a little deeper and see what I can unearth?
Oh, not on my account, thank you. Any party that Palmer is given, I am supremely indifferent to know about. But thanks anyway, and happy birthday, Myra, whenever it is.
Thanks. But be sure you don't want me to sort of try to find out.
Positive. Look, I'll talk to you soon, now, honey, okay? Bye-bye. Maybe I ought to try to find out a little something.
Can we talk?
About what?
Us. You and me. What happened?
I think we're both very clear on what happened.
Look, I came down on you way too hard. I mean, God, I made a big deal out of nothing. You were right. People get zapped with the wrong name all the time. Let's just forget it.
Just like that, huh?
Yeah. The only thing is, you're gonna have to write down, "I love you, Derek Fry," 100 times and turn it in by tomorrow morning. You're mad.
Why should I be mad? Why should I be mad? You do everything within your power to convince me to go out with you. You chased me relentlessly until you finally got what you wanted. Derek, I agreed to marry you. And then, in the excitement of things, I accidentally called you by my dead husband's name, and you took offense and just called the whole thing off. So why should I be mad?
I did not call the whole thing off.
Oh, well, excuse me. You ordered me to give it some thought. And that's exactly what I'm doing.
Okay. I like a hot-tempered woman. I can't help it. Don't think too much, okay?
Oh! Hi, Derek.
Hi, Ruth.
Hey, Angie, did I leave my scarf lying around?
Men.
Oh,
Why do they have to be so irrational?
Derek?
No, just all of them. Every single one of them. They think they know everything.
Did you and Derek have some kind of misunderstanding?
I agreed to marry him, Ruth. I broke it off with Cal. I put the San Francisco job offer on hold, and I said yes to him. Now, I thought it out. You know, I thought it out very carefully. It made me happy. I felt like I was doing the right thing. And then while we were celebrating our engagement, I called him Jesse.
Oh,
I mean, a perfectly normal and understandable mistake, right?
a Freudian slip?
No, and that's what he said. Then he said he wondered if the only reason I got involved with him was because he reminded me of Jesse. He thinks that I'm still in love with Jesse, so he doesn't want to be a stand-in for husband number one. Have you heard? It's irrational. It's absurd. It's absurd, isn't it?
Frankly, honey, I've wondered the same thing myself.
Sweetheart, maybe we ought to ease up on this tough love routine.
No way.
We could sneak into the courtroom, sit in the back row.
Pinky soda.
It would only be to offer moral support.
We're not offering anything. We're trying to let go here. Plus, we're only 5.2 seconds away from the courthouse door. Olivia knows where we are. She needs
I
to
feel
pick
so
us.
sorry for Haley. I know how scared she is.
Don't talk about it.
We have to talk about it. It isn't healthy to bottle up feelings.
Okay, you talk about it. I'll drink ice cream sodas.
Sweetheart, I love you. I love you, and I know you're hurting.
Mr. Booze. I mean, what is it? Some people can drink it, it's okay, and other people... What the hell is the answer to it?
Well, there is no answer. You know that. Alcoholism is a disease. It strikes randomly. No one knows how or why. Hundreds of theories. But no cures, no vaccinations, no nothing. You can't force the person to go into recovery otherwise.
Oh, there's jail, institutions, death awaits them.
No, you can't force the alcoholic or the codependent to go into recovery. It has to be their own choice.
She's just a kid.
Well, she's lucky you love her enough to let her go. You know? Brian's here. Hi.
Hi. Hey, what's going on?
Want to sit down? Join us?
Yeah, have an ice cream soda.
No, thanks. You know, Haley's sentencing hearing starts pretty soon.
Yep.
You're not going?
Nope.
Not even to sit in the back and just keep quiet?
Nope, we're just going to stay right here. The lawyer knows where we are in case she needs to reach us.
What about you?
I don't know.
Well, whatever you decide, you're on her side.
Yeah.
So are we.
You know what I keep thinking is that... What if she figures that nobody's there for her?
No, she knows better than that.
She heard what we said about enabling.
So in other words, stick to what we decided at the intervention.
It's your choice, Brian.
I mean, I want to be there for her, but...
It's your choice.
Haley, it's almost time to go to the courthouse.
I know.
Well, where's your mother?
She went out.
I see. Haley, I wonder if you understand the concept of lawyer-client relationship. It guarantees confidentiality. Now, an attorney can't best represent a client unless the client is completely honest about the facts involving the case. It's like going into combat unarmed.
What makes you think I haven't been completely honest?
Well, your uncle seems to think you weren't even behind the wheel the night of the accident.
My uncle's a jerk.
Is it true?
Yeah, he's definitely a jerk.
Haley, was your mother driving?
No, I was driving, and I'm prepared to pay the price.
Your mother's license was suspended in Illinois.
Oh, that's no secret.
She was arrested twice in Chicago for drunk driving.
So?
So, if what you're doing is sacrificing yourself, going to jail so your mother won't have to, that's pretty stupid, Haley.
Yeah, well, I don't care what you think.
Look, a very serious crime was committed that night. It's the judge's duty to pass judgment, to impose a sentence based on the people's need for protection.
I'll take whatever they dish out.
Brave talk.
What have I got to lose?
Your freedom.
You can't lose what you never had.
Well, you're going to sing a different tune behind bars.
Well, I thought you were so confident that you could get me off.
You were charged as an adult. You pleaded guilty to aggravated assault. There will be a judgment against you. I'll fight like a demon to get your sentence suspended, maximum community service. But if I'm not armed with all the facts, you're going to make fools out of both of us when you get on that stand today.
No, I won't. Because I'm not taking this stand. No harebrained lawyer's going to get me all confused. No offense. But I pleaded guilty, I'm guilty, and that's that.
Hi. Hi, Mrs. Fry. I forgot you were coming over. Look, baby, I brought you some presents here. Hold on. Voila. It's lovely.
Gag me.
Oh, gross. Come on, honey. I know it's not your style, but, you know, you can wear it just this once, okay?
No, thanks, Mom. Mm-mm.
Look, if you waltz into that courtroom looking like a biker on a bad Saturday night, they're going to throw the book at you. Now, don't you know that?
What do you think I'm going to do? Stick a safety pin through my cheek and put spurs on my boots?
Look, your mother has a point, Haley.
I'm entitled to a fair sentence no matter what clothes I wear.
You're right. You are perfectly right. But you see, the judge is human, and he's influenced by appearance just like everybody else. Please, huh?
Mom,
For me?
Mom, please.
At least try it on.
Oh, I'll try it on.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, I don't know how people actually wear this garbage.
Thanks, baby. Congratulations, Miss Vaughn.
Yeah, well, I'm not as dumb as I act.
Neat conservative appearance can work wonders.
Yeah, well, you know, I've got some stuff to put away here, so if you don't mind, I'll see you in court.
Don't be late.
Are you hungry?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, come on, not you two.
I'm sorry, honey. Maybe I shouldn't have said it.
Derek is not a substitute for Jesse.
Derek and Jesse have a lot in common.
Yeah. I mean, they're both black. They both happen to be police officers, but so what? So what? Inside, they're very different.
Of course. Listen, of course they are. Come on now. I shouldn't have spoken. I'm
No,
sorry.
but you did. I want to know. I want to know exactly what you meant.
All I meant is that when something is gone forever, you can't recreate it.
You don't like Derek, that's it, isn't it?
Oh, come on.
Isn't
No, don't be ridiculous. I'm enormously fond of Derek, and if you do marry him, I'm sure I'm going to come to love him just as much as I did Jesse. But in enduring marriage, the kind of marriage that I know you want, honey, is not built on old memories.
He's been gone a long time.
I know. But do you love Derek?
Yes.
Do you want him?
I don't want to talk.
Come here, listen. You may not want to look at any of this, but you know in your heart that you should, for Frankie's sake as well as your own. Honey? Oh, come on, listen. Let's just forget all of this. I've overstepped my bounds. I've hurt you.
It's okay. Thank you for being honest. I asked for your opinion.
All I'm advocating is that you take the time to be sure.
Thank you.
Angie, I want you to be happy. Come now. Listen, you know something? I am almost late for a tea party. Well, you better get going. Are you okay?
Mm-hmm.
Remember that I love you. Okay.
Okay. Hi, this is Dr. Hubbard. Could you get me the business office, please? I'm trying to find Derek Fry. Thanks.
Good afternoon, Olivia.
Jack,
Oh,
thanks for coming.
Oh, listen, it's my pleasure. How's it going?
This is a tough one.
Well, the first case in a new jurisdiction is always tough.
2 strikes against me.
Well, maybe next time your brother asks you for a favor.
I'll think twice.
Or maybe 3 times. Listen, if there's anything, and I mean anything, that I can do, you will just let me know, I hope.
Thank you. I'm just grateful that you're willing to speak if the judge will allow it.
Well, this judge has a reputation of being strict but fair. If I were you, I'd be more concerned about my client than the judge letting me talk.
Yeah, that's half the battle.
Hi, everybody,
So
we're
I
here. No comments.
She looks great, doesn't she?
It's very nice, Haley.
Yeah, well, Tina tried out Liz.
Here's the DA's affidavit and the judge's response to it.
Oh, well, where's everyone else? This place looks like a tomb.
Look, baby, I'm going to go to the little girl's room, do a little powder on my nose. I'll be right back.
Whoa! I'll go with you.
No. You stay here with these legal beagles and you read this affidavit, and really, I won't be long. Honey,
No,
really.
Mom,
Hey, listen, cheer her up, okay? See you later. I can't believe you've shown up.
I saw the DA.
What, do you get some sort of a sick thrill watching your daughter go to jail?
I tried to get him to drop the charges or at least reduce the sentence.
What, you talked to Hamilton?
Yeah, this afternoon. But he wouldn't listen.
You wanted to help Haley? Because you accept that she's your...
Yes, I accept that she's my daughter. If I'd only known about this sooner, Arlene, I would never have got started any of this.
Well, maybe you are human after all, Adam. And if you are, you will keep your mouth shut about this.
What are you talking about?
Adam, don't tell her. Look, she is facing enough as it is. Please, Adam. She loved Harry. She doesn't need another father. Please promise me you won't tell her.
Wait a minute. Yesterday you were begging me to come forward with this.
Too late. Today is.
Are you drunk?
No, I wish I were. Please, Adam, please, tell me that you won't tell her.
I'm going in.
Well, you know what they say about the criminals. They always return to the scene of the crime.
Hello, Haley.
Who invited you?
This is a public hearing.
You say one word about my outfit and I'll slug you.
It suits the occasion.
My mom is here. She went to the ladies' room, but she'll be back. So if making trouble's on that slimy agenda of yours, you can forget it.
No, I'm not here to make trouble.
Well, thanks to you, I'm facing 20 years in the women's detention center, Chandler. Do you realize that? And do you have any clue what will happen to my mom when I'm gone? I'm telling you now, you better look out for her. If she wants anything, you better make sure she gets it. Do you hear me?
What about her brother?
Oh, well, you missed the news flash. Pork Chop dumped us.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. Haley, listen to me. If you do get sent away, I'll take care of Arlene, I promise.
Stuart?
I'll take care of everything while you're gone.
Haley, the hearing's about to begin.
Good afternoon, Miss Fry.
Mr. Hamilton?
Jack.
How you doing, Jack?
Looks like things are getting underway. Good luck.
Surely, thank you.
Same to you, Mr. Hamilton.
Come back, baby. Mom, Adam's here. I know. Never mind. He's acting weird. Baby, just forget him, okay? How do you feel? Huh? Scared. Scared? Yeah, me too. Scared to death.
Haley?
All rise. Case number 7489A, Judge Logan B. Delaney presides. Be seated. This hearing is now in session.
The great thing about Reynolds Wrap is it's the one wrap you can depend on.
Your Honor, the defendant, Haley Vaughn, ran away from her legal home in Chicago at the age of 16. She landed on the doorstep of her uncle, Detective Trevor Dillon, whose absence from this courtroom today speaks volumes. He tried to persuade her to return to Chicago, but she refused. In December 1990, she was arrested in a local mall and charged with retail theft. Her attendance at Pine Valley High School is erratic. Her grade average is way below normal. She's failing 2 subjects, barely passing in 3 others. She's been suspended several times and threatened with expulsion, most recently when she assaulted a fellow student on the school grounds. Your Honor, Haley Vaughn is known to associate with gang members. Considering the seriousness of these present charges, the state has no choice but to consider the defendant, Haley Vaughn, incorrigible. Therefore, I request the court to pass the maximum sentence allowed by law, 20 years in a woman's correctional facility.
Miss Williams in the business office gave me your message.
Yeah, I think we should clear this up as soon as possible.
Same here.
That Freudian slip I made, I guess you know that Dr. Sigmund Freud had, one of his favorite sayings was, there are no accidents.
Should I take notes? Is this going to be a seminar in Freudian analysis?
No. But your response to what I considered an accidental slip of the tongue forced me to take inventory on what's been going on here. And I realized that I've been loving you for all the wrong reasons.
Because of Jesse.
And mostly because of myself.
Hey, well, we can work through that,
No,
Angie.
we can't. I can't marry you, Derek. I can't marry anyone. I'm sorry. You know, I thought that I was over this stage. I thought that I was ready to start loving another man again, having a father for Frankie, but I was wrong. I was fooling myself. And I'm glad, you know, I'm glad that you saw the mistake for what it was. It forced me to confront it.
This is a brush off.
I've decided to take that San Francisco offer after all. I'll be leaving Pine Valley as soon as I can work out the details and get a replacement. Joe Martin.
You made up your mind?
I don't suppose we can part as friends.
Hey. You want to part as friends?
Yes, please.
I wish you the very best luck in all the world, Angie.
Thank you. Thank you for everything. I gotta go. Please.
Hey, Fritz, how come there's only 4 places here?
Mr. Cortland made a reservation for 4, Mrs. Tyler.
You, me, Palmer, and Myra? That's odd. Yeah, it's not much of a birthday celebration.
I thought Mrs. Martin's first name was Ruth.
Is Ruth coming?
Well, the other guests are Mr. Cortland and Mrs. Ruth Martin.
Speak of the devil.
Hey, guys. Listen, I had a very odd recollection driving over here. Palmer invited you for Myra's birthday?
Yeah.
Well, Myra's birthday was last fall. Daisy showed up and they had a great big party.
That's right.
I remember. And you know what's more odd? Myra's not coming today.
What? Then this place must be full.
Oh, ladies, good. You're finally here. Thank you, Fritz. That'll do. Well, ladies, please.
Hammer, what are you up to?
We couldn't help noticing that there was no place set for Myra.
Now, doesn't that look delicious? Ladies, you help yourselves.
We all know, Palmer, that it is not Myra's birthday.
That's true. That was a Bruce.
To get us over here.
Yes, yes. And to beg for your assistance.
He wants our help.
Yeah, and I got 3 guesses about what? Excuse me, about who?
Could it be Opal?
I wear my heart on my sleeve. I do. I love her. I absolutely adore her, and I want her back. But every effort I make meets with rebuff.
Well, Palmer, you can't blame her, can you?
You were horrible.
You were worse than horrible.
Maybe you should just give up.
I'll never give up. But everything I do just, well, it doesn't work. Flowers, candy, nothing.
Breaking and entering, I heard all about that uninvited visit to my home.
Yes, I know. Well, I was desperate. I mean, even expensive jewelry, it just doesn't make a dent. So all I'm doing is asking you ladies who want her happiness at heart. That's what you want, and you know that the happiness lies with me. All I'm asking is you give me some little clue, a little hint, what I can do to possibly win back her affection.
I heard that, Palmer. I figured you were up to something. You tricked these women into coming here just so that you could pick their brains, didn't you? You are just like a pig after truffles. What'd you tell him?
Nothing.
Zip. Our lips were zipped.
Oh, good. What, anchovy sandwiches in little petty force? That's bribery. That is extortion.
We didn't eat much.
Well, you can't worm any information out of these women, Palmer Cortland, because these women are my friends. They are true. They are loyal. They are trusting.
Yeah.
To the core.
Female solidarity.
So you can just take your hairy little anchovies and stuff them.
Leave it. Stop.
Come on, sisters. Yeah. We are finished, Palmer Cortland. We are finished. Adios.
Come on and move that way to get your body smell.
Quiet. Now's the time.
Thank you, Your Honor. Your Honor, Mr. Hamilton neglected to mention several salient points regarding the defendant, Haley Vaughn. Her father, Harry Vaughn, passed away only a few months before her arrival here in Pine Valley. And her mother, who is in the courtroom, was temporarily unable to care for her. Mrs. Vaughn's brother, Trevor Dillon, willingly took responsibility for his niece. As for the shoplifting incident Mr. Hamilton referred to, yes, it did occur. But Haley earned enough money to repay the merchant, and promptly.
Yes, I see that the charges were dropped.
Yes. As far as her school record goes, Haley Vaughn transferred to Pine Valley High from a large urban high school. She's had trouble with the transition. Yes, she's been known to associate with self-avowed gang members, but I assure you this woman is far from incorrigible. She is instead the victim of circumstances. Her remorse is real, and her desire for rehabilitation sincere. Jackson Montgomery, a respected member of the bar, is here to testify to that fact, if I may call him.
You may.
May I also remind the court that Mr. Montgomery was driving the other car at the time of the accident.
Excuse me, Your Honor. The correct term for the automobile collision is assault, not accident. The defendant has pleaded guilty.
So noted. You may continue.
Mr. Montgomery, would you briefly relate the events of April 29th, 1991?
Yes, I'd be happy to. I was driving Brooke English home from dinner. We were broadsided by a car which, frankly, I did not see. This was due in part to the fact that we were having a very heated conversation, and I may have taken my eyes off the road for just that instant. In light of that, I accept some responsibility for the accident. There is one other incident that the DA has failed to mention, and that is that several months ago, the defendant accompanied Natalie Chandler to the island of St. Tristan, where she was abducted and held for ransom. And not only was she instrumental in capturing her kidnappers, but she also got the ransom, which amounted to several $1 million in gems and money, returned.
Thank you, Mr. Montgomery.
You're quite welcome.
What about the drive-by shooting?
Under investigation, there is no proof of gang involvement. At this time, I'd like to read a sworn affidavit written by Ms. Brooke English.
Go ahead.
There is no doubt in my mind that the collision I was injured in was an accident. Certainly, the driver of the other car never intended to harm me or my unborn child. In fact, as soon as I was well enough to receive visitors, Haley called on me in the hospital. The regret she expressed was genuine. The forgiveness she asked for was freely given.
May I see Miss English's affidavit?
You may, Your Honor. Your Honor, in view of the defendant's tender age and the heartfelt testimony of her victim, I respectfully ask for the mercy of the court and for a lenient sentence. Thank you.
Mr. Hamilton?
Your Honor, criminal law is about justice, not forgiveness. The defendant shows a clear pattern of exactly the type of felonious, antisocial behavior that the public fears most, and rightly so. In order to punish the crime, to protect the citizens of this jurisdiction, and to provide the defendant with their best possible hope for rehabilitation, I ask that you pass the maximum sentence allowed by law. Thank you, Your Honor.
I suppose you were cackling with pleasure, you old crone.
What have I done now?
You squealed to Opal about my tea party. She showed up there and she ruined everything.
You mean my birthday celebration? Oh, how was it? Did somebody give a touching testimonial?
You betrayed me.
I didn't even know where my party was being held.
The chateau.
And Opal came in there on a rampage? Oh, how lovely, and I wasn't invited. Who was?
Myrtle, Ruth, and Donna. Heckle, Jekyll, and Betty Boop. Female solidarity. Well, you may laugh, but all of this is Daisy's fault.
Daisy?
Yes, I called her. I prostrated myself. I pleaded with her to come and help me. I threw myself at her. I begged her. I practically rent my clothes. But oh, no. No, she wouldn't listen. She let me down, which is what you women inevitably all do. Well, you're all Jezebels from hell, and I'm through with you.
Jezebels from hell. Honestly, Mama, he's mellowed.
Hazelnut Belgian Cafe from General Foods International Coffees. Another way to celebrate.
Daisy. Oh, Daisy.
Mommy, look at you. Oh,
Look at her. Absolutely beautiful as usual. Look at the hair and the earrings and the clothes. You look
Stop already. Give me a hug.
Such a treat. Oh, I'm so glad to see you.
Oh, my, you're an answer to my prayers. My only hope.
Maybe.
Oh, what do you mean, maybe? Now, you didn't cross the Atlantic at record speed just to toy with me, did you?
He's been a very bad boy, hasn't he, Mama?
The worst.
If you ever cared for me, if you ever cared for me, you'll help me.
I'll tell you, honestly, I could use some champagne.
Oh, Daisy, don't keep me on tenterhooks.
French would be nice.
Anything, darling, anything. You have an idea. I can tell you've got an idea.
Well, you know me, PC. I never go anywhere without a plan.
So, how long do one of these hearings usually take?
It's unpredictable.
An hour? 2 hours?
It's unpredictable.
All right.
Brian, what's happening?
Well, can I sit down?
Yeah, sure, sit down.
The judge called a recess. DA and Miss Fry did their thing. Now he's deciding about a sentence.
How does it look?
I don't know.
Not good.
I'm not a lawyer, you know. Adam Chandler showed up.
Chandler?
Yeah, and Jack Montgomery, he spoke about the accident. He said he was partly responsible.
How's Haley?
Scared, you know. She's putting on the big act, the show, pretending she doesn't care, but she's scared stiff.
Arlene?
Who's that?
Drunk.
Would like
to murder my sister.
Now, come on, ease up, let go. Let it go.
Yeah, live and let live.
One day at a time.
Well, I guess all that Perry Mason watching really paid off, huh?
It's the first time he's ever seen me in action.
Hey, I was proud.
Now, you have every right to be proud. You did a hell of a job.
Thank you. It's a lost cause.
I hope not.
That poor kid.
Eileen, do you know what they're going to do to her?
Let go of me.
10 to 20 years in a women's correctional facility is not a Sunday school picnic.
It's not my fault,
Are you
Adam.
sure about that?
Leave me alone,
Last
please.
week, you told me that you were driving. Now, I thought that was a pathetic, drunken attempt to save your daughter, but now I'm not so sure. Arlene, are you guilty? Because if you are, it's not too late to tell them. Arlene, she loves you. She approached me a moment ago and asked me to take care of you while she's in prison. She's willing to serve time for you.
I get it.
Are you letting her throw her life away? If you're any kind of a mother, you've got to tell the truth.
All rise. Judge Logan B. Delaney presiding.
Be seated. This court is in session. After careful consideration of all the facts in this case, I have reached a decision. Will the defendant, Haley Vaughn, please rise and face the court?
No, you can't. You can't sentence her. You don't know all the facts.
Who says you can't have it all? Not me. And certainly not Fruit of the Loom. They have this new...